Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel The Ultimate Book Maniacs. I know Valentine's Day is almost here, so if you want to give someone a romantic book as a gift, or if you are free and want to read a romantic book this year or later, there are some books you should really check out. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Okay, so let's talk about 5 books which I think you must read on Valentine's Day or the week later. Number 5 is Getting Over Garrett Delany by Abby MacDonald. I know this isn't exactly the most romantic book, but if you were heartbroken or alone this Valentine's Day, this will be the perfect book to make you realize that this isn't the end of the world, that everything will be okay in the end. Sadie Allen has been in love with Garrett since the day he walked into her life. She changes herself completely for him, and when he goes on a summer retreat, she hopes he will miss her and realize how much he loves her. But instead, he calls her and tells her that he has fallen in love with some other girl. She finally realizes that she has wasted enough time already and she needs to move on with her time. She decides to reinvent herself with the help of her new friends she made at the summer job. I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars. You should really give it a chance. My next recommendation would be Serial Hottie by Kelly Oram. Eleanor Wesley is a tomboy and no boy has ever paid her any attention. Then the hottest boy moves in across the street and he is interested in her. It's hard for her to believe that some guy, let alone the hottest one, could like her. Then the girls who look exactly like her starts dying all around the city. She starts suspecting the new guy is the serial killer, and the more she meets him, the more she realizes he's a psychopath. But he's a really sweet psychopath, and she starts falling for him. This book is hilarious, and I really like how she tries to ignore the attraction between them. I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars, and you should really give it a chance. My third recommendation is Bloodlines by Rachel Mead. I know this isn't your typical romantic book, but the romance in this book is epic, and Adrian Ivashko is someone you must meet at all costs. He is one of the best male characters ever written in the history of characters. He is funny, he is cute, and he is totally adorable. Even if the whole book was just about Adrian, I would have read it. Bloodline series is a spin-off of the Vampire Academy series, but you can still read it even if you haven't read Vampire Academy. Sydney Sage is an alchemist, which means her job is to hide the truth of vampire society's existence from the rest of the world. But when Princess Jill's life is threatened, she is torn away from her bed in the middle of the night to send her along to keep the princess safe and help her. Along with Jill, some other vampires are sent in hiding, among whom there is Adrian Ivashko. The alchemists have it ingrained in them from the very beginning to hate and fear the vampires. But then Adrian Ivashko starts showing interest in her, and he is not any typical vampire. And I have to say, it's almost impossible to resist his charms. My second recommendation is Catch a Falling Star by Kim Culbertson. This book is about Carter Moon, who lives in a small town called Little California. She loves the peace and quiet there. But then Hollywood star Adam Jakes, who is a PR mess, arrives in her town to film a movie and everything changes. Carter's town becomes a giant literary set, and much to her annoyance, everyone seems to fall over themselves for Adam. She seems to be the only exception, which is apparently why she gets the secret offer of a lifetime. In order to improve Adam's public image, she has to play the role of his girlfriend in exchange for a huge amount of money. Her family is in a financial crisis, and she is desperate enough to accept it. But slowly she realizes that Adam is different than who she thought he was. Slowly they start to come closer. I really like this book. I love how she thinks how arrogant Adam is in the book, but slowly starts to like him. Before we move on to my number one recommendation, there are some romantic books which you might enjoy. P.S. I Love You, The Lunar Chronicles, Scarlet, 50 Shades, Mediator series, Fangirl, The Fault in Our Stars. Although I didn't like 50 Shades and The Fault in Our Stars as much as the others, a lot of other people seem to love it, so read them and judge it yourself. My number one recommendation book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I know it's a classic and a historical book. It was written in 18th century, which is a whole different era. I just love this book. The romance in this book builds up slowly, but it's totally worth the wait. You might struggle with the first few pages, but once you get the hang of the characters, you will love this book. Mr. Darcy is so awesome. He is a proud man and thinks Elizabeth Bennet and her family are greedy and wants nothing but marry into a wealthy family. But Elizabeth proves him wrong. She is different. I just love how different they are in the beginning of the book and how far they have come in the end. So, which of these books are you going to read on the Valentine's Day? And if you have any recommendations for me, just let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please click on the like button below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye bye.